So this video is sponsored by Pionex, one of the exchanges I use all the time. It's one of the main crypto brokers to Binance, so the volume is very high. The main thing that sets them apart though is that you can use free trading bots, a variety all designed to benefit from different market behaviours, whether that's up, down or sideways. You'll get 20% off all your trading fees for life with my link in the description. And if you join the Telegram, a lot of us already use it, so if you've got questions we can try and help you out.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's get started then, shall we? Just have a look at Bitcoin to begin with, and we'll do the short-term time frames. For those of you who are like really busy, I suppose this is one way to look at it. So I appreciate that people just don't have the time to be sitting around watching a 5, 10, sometimes close to 20-minute video that I do. And it's partly my fault because I just ramble. But I try not to be one of those YouTubers that basically just leaves you hanging and makes you watch the entire video so I can give you a little snippet at the end. That's never my intention. I'm just lonely over here, man. It's a lonely business trading, to be honest with you. That's you know, everyone wants to be a day trader, but what they don't realise is that you spend a lot of time alone. Anyway, so I got the Telegram group, I suppose, but even then, too much housework to even contribute for the most part. Right, so this is the 1 hourly. That's right, we're doing the 1 hourly. We're about to get I suppose we call it a death cross. Basically, it's not the worst thing you've ever seen. But one thing I was going to show you is that there is some symmetry going on in this chart at the moment. So we've got basically we're in a symmetrical triangle of sorts. The 200 exponential being the bottom line, really, and we've lost that, and obviously we lost this as well. But you know how I often interpret the moves of a triangle. If you break out towards the end of an apex, whether you break out or break down, it regularly, not all the time, creates a fake out. So this could be a fake breakdown where we move back up and probably move back up and actually go on to make a new high, based on the fact that breakouts and breakdowns towards the end of an apex, you know, after about 70 to 70% of the way through, this instance we're talking what, 5 hours, so we were further towards the end of the apex, really. We could be looking at a fake breakdown on this one. We came down to have this mega wick down here, which was ever so slightly lower than this one, which again, this one was caught on the 200 exponential on the 1 hourly. There was also what I remember was the 4 hourly, the 4 hourly 50 exponential was holding it the entire time. And was there anything on the daily holding that level? Don't think there was there really? So we are looking at formation based move here on this 1 hourly and 4 hourly. So let's have a think about what's the next thing we'd look for then. Any kind of divergence forming. So the volume is quite low, in all fairness. We're turning up on the MACD, got bullish divergence, even though we're flat, it's still bullish divergence on the RSI and the 1 hourly. So we're looking to brew this move, and you definitely pick up momentum once closing an hourly above 27,300, so 200 exponential. Once that's reclaimed, then I think a powerful move back up to at least the the descending trend line, but most likely a breakout from there will continue. Now, I'm not here to tell you that is definitely the way it's going to work, but that's the setup on the 1 hourly that you'd be looking for if you're looking to do any kind of derivatives trades, which I hope you're not listening to me to plan your own derivatives trades. I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping that any of you that do use derivatives probably are not even watching this video because you know what you're doing, right? So, but that's how I would choose to view it. And if I'm in the right place at the right time, I think I might try that one myself, because I'll be looking for a new high to be formed on Bitcoin, probably taking us up to, you know, probably into the 30,000s, to be honest with you. Recognize that the weekly and monthly point to around 32 to 33. And the 1 hourly is basically nonchalant slobbing around this area. Breakdown below 26,550, we'll call it, would be a breakdown all the way down in below 25,000, 24,400 or thereabouts. So that's your Bitcoin on the short-term time frames, okay? We've got a Patreon live stream tonight if you want to join that. There's links in the description below, £7.50 a week, 2 streams a week, usually about 2 hours a piece. So now it's time to turn our attention to the broader picture, you know, the dominoes that we like to talk about. So let's have a think about Euro. So Euro is still working on that golden cross retest, V-shaped recovery. You know, the setup that we've had since we caught the uptrend and then spotted the downtrend and then caught the support back into the uptrend again. So again, this is the beauty of looking at the higher term time frames. You just got to have the patience to allow for the for the move to play, and it's working exactly as expected. Now, one thing we don't have here, not quite yet, would be a pump signal or a trend signal. It would be a pump signal. This one would be if we get a green portion of the cloud on the Ichimoku cloud. There'd be a green portion causing a pump signal that would likely be enough to take this above this support, this resistance, and then beyond. Until then, we're just slowly moving our way back up to it, really. So we're talking resistances probably from about 109 to 109.5 thereabouts. So that's where the resistance and the rejection should be expected to be seen. Take it to a 4 hourly to see what's going on the 4 hourly. 4 hourly is now trying to close a candle above the Bollinger Band center. That would also give more, well, I suppose a bit more likelihood of that move, to be fair. And yet again, just another golden cross holding above the 50 exponential on the 4 hourly, looking for continuation. And this one would actually, well, it would give us a trend signal if we cross, but we'd have to cross at a much higher level. So pump signal and trend signal both still pending on the Ichimoku cloud. The Dixie obviously breaking down. I've seen popping up around Twitter and YouTube, people saying, "Get out of your dollars, man! Get out of the dollars! Get out of the dollars!" I mean, fair play. It's a little late. We'd said to get out of the dollars around here, didn't we? And to be fair with you, honestly, to be honest, we would be looking for a support to take place around 101, 100. It'd be very unlikely, really, to see a dollar at this stage break down further than that. It really would. But yeah, of course, bit further downside, emphasized by the euro going up. Yeah, a bit further downside. But to think about getting out of dollars now, when you should have been out of dollars when we talked about it at the peak given to us nicely by Forex pairs, not the Dixie, although the Dixie was actually very neat and tidy. We can turn all this noise off. We can see how neat and tidy this trend was. Up to the top, down to the bottom. Up to the top, up to the top, down to the bottom, up to the top. What you gonna do? Get out of dollars. And everybody's saying, actually, no, that's where you're wrong. We're going up to 121. Right. Anyway, I'm not here to say anybody's right or wrong. I'm just saying I was right. That's all. So let's have a look at the S&P. So the S&P made its way up to the top of this trend again, close to the descending trend line. So basically a resistance trend line. I appreciate this is a noisy looking chart, but we can just focus on the white and the green, basic death cross basically here, and a rejection from it once again. However, we are still above the Bollinger Band center, so I'd be looking for dips to be bought on the S&P above 3,950 for another stab to try and break above this level. Again, with the Dixie going down and the euro potentially going back up, I would actually be looking for this to be supported at this level. Breakdowns from this level to 3,950, then would probably make our way back down to at least the trend line, if not the horizontal down here at 3,800 or thereabouts. So that is basically it. Let's have a quick look at gold before we go any further. Let's have a look at it. Just a bit of gold, because gold is having a bit of a consolidation. Is it still due to consolidate? Gold's more or less out of support now on the daily. We had just a pump signal that's generated around there. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. 4 hourly is also at support as well. The first portion of a retest of a golden cross being the 50. Obviously, the best one would be the 200, back down here at basically 19. So actually, the gold looks okay despite consolidating still. So gold at support. We've got euro potentially closing this 4 hourly above that Bollinger Band, which would be good. We've got everything looking quite good. We've got Bitcoin sort of undecided at this exact level, but just so you're all aware, I imagine I'll put some kind of clickbait for everybody to watch. Because I've got to compete with the other clickbaiters, do you know what I mean? But at least mine hopefully has some form of content for you to view and absorb, you know. So, you know, just to break away from that clickbait, you know, there is invalidations for both up and downside. Obviously, closures below 26,500, we'll call it, all the way down into the mid 24,000s. Closures, to be honest with you, closures above 27,500 should have a new local high set. And this is not hopium, this is just trading. Well, you're saying, hang on a minute, you're saying it's going to go up and it's going to go down. No, not really. I'm saying that we're likely, at this very moment, as of the time of making this video, we're more likely to actually recover from this at the time of making this video, even though we're neither here nor there. We're in no man's land right this very moment. Recognize that for what it is. However, we won't be in no man's land forever, and the validations or invalidations of ups and downs, whichever way you want to decide it, can be decided at those particular price levels. In fact, upside could be anywhere from a closure above this 200 exponential on the hourly. So if you're really looking to try your luck, I mean, you wait for a closure above that level, and that could be the one that takes us up into the 30,000s. But for this very moment in time, we're meandering and we're deciding which way we're going to break. Again, I'm looking at this as a potential fake out given to us by bullish divergence since we've been at this level. Bollinger Bands are pinching. We could be here for the majority of the day waiting for the American markets to open. So I will leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. I'd love to see you on the live stream tonight. Otherwise, just have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take it easy.